96.9 Radio Humber, you're listening to Unsigned. I'm Dane Nickel. Today I'm joined by the band Aviation. They're from Pembroke, Ontario, now living in Toronto, Ontario. Joining us today, Robert Patterson, Jake Cancade, and Dylan Lidke. Not able to join us is their drummer, Nathan Thompson. Hang on. Robert Patterson's the drummer, sorry. Nathan's the bassist. Gentlemen, you're all from Pembroke, now living in Toronto, and you all live together. In terms of your songwriting process, all living together, how was that affected by that?
Like us living together, I will say that living in Toronto, we all have jobs, so sometimes it can be very chaotic to even line up all our schedules to be in the same house at the same time. But yeah, I guess it's a lot easier to, if we have something to work with and some song we want to pursue, we can, usually really late at night, we'll run down to our basement where we have our gear set up for practicing, and we can try to knock stuff out a little easier than having to organize a place to meet and practice at another location.
Now, living in Toronto, do you find that the city just being purely based on size, in terms of opportunities to play live shows, do those come much more easily than they would in the Ottawa area?
There's definitely a lot more opportunities to play in Toronto, a lot more diverse array of venues, I guess you could say.
Pembroke had one bar.
So. Yes. There was a point where Pembroke had one bar, so that is true.
So not the ideal place for a budding group who's really trying to expand.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
And so speaking of expansion, you released a CD last month, Whatever Happens, Happens. And just back in January, you released a song on your Bandcamp page called Physical, almost a month ago to the day. Is that a bit of a tease? Can we expect anything new coming from Aviation in the coming month or year or so?
Well, we're always itching to record, for sure. It's at least my favorite part of being in a band. But yeah, Physical was something that we were looking at whenever we did our most current EP album, whatever you call it. But it didn't quite make the cut, but we ended up making a demo of it anyway, and we just decided to release it on our 7th year anniversary as a band. Just kind of a thing to throw out on the internet. And yeah, we've gotten some pretty good feedback from it, but yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to re-record that one or not. We always want to kind of go forward with some new stuff, so definitely stuff in the works. We hope to have new stuff like every year, essentially. Any
type of a specific or general timeline you could give us in terms of when we could expect an EP or an album?
Sometime.
Is
at some point in the future. Yeah. No, it's there's if I were to use a metaphor to describe our songwriting process at the moment, I would use a ketchup bottle, because ketchup bottles can kind of get stuck. Sometimes you want your ketchup to come out of the bottle, but it's caked up around the edges, kind of. It's all there and you can see it, but sometimes you just need a couple shakes to the ketchup to let the ketchup flow. But once it flows, you can just slather that ketchup on your sandwich.
It's a perfect analogy for our songwriting.
It's definitely an interesting
ketchup
one.
Coming,
one that I've not heard before.
Gotta shake that ketchup bottle.
Exactly. And so, being from the Pembroke area, is it important for you to maintain ties or connections to that area? Do you go back and play shows often, if at all?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually just went back last month. We were playing the Kinsman Rink fundraiser. It's the best outdoor rink east of the Muskrat River. That reference may be lost on you, but trust me, it is. So yeah, we went back there and had a good time. Played with a lot of the local musicians that we hadn't really seen in a while, so that was nice. And we're always welcomed back with warm reception and warm cookies, usually from our moms. So yeah, it's always fun to go back.
Yeah, the place we played at was called the Lasso, and it was packed, and it was a lot of fun. Lots of people, and we played for a good maybe 3 hours or so. So it was a good return to home.
And unfortunately, almost about a year ago now, Canada lost a music legend in Sabrin, famous Canadian musician. Sab played with Trooper, the Jeff Healey Band, as well as April Wine. He was a big influence to your band's success in its early days. What kind of an influence has that had on the band? Can we expect any kind of a musical tribute to Sab coming up?
We hadn't really maybe thought about a musical tribute, but he's definitely had quite the influence on our career and just the way we kind of think as musicians. Obviously, like when we were starting out, he was really keen to give us opportunities we otherwise probably wouldn't have had. And he was always, not just us, a lot of the other local musicians that we played with, like a lot of our friends, he took pretty well to the scene in Pembroke, as it were, and was kind of, a sort of like a father figure, if you will, too, like just to the music scene and fostering that sense of community, which is really vital to any music scene. So I think that tenet is probably what we'll take away from our experiences with Sab. He's a great man.
Are there any other big names that you've worked with or had a chance to work with over the years?
Colin Carnegie, our producer. Well, we think he's a big name. He's just a normal guy.
I've checked him out on SoundCloud. He does some good stuff.
Fantastic producer.
Does great work.
Mm-hmm.
And he's out of the London area, is it?
No, he's from Calabogie. Colin Carnegie from Calabogie.
Calabogie. That's just west of Renfrew.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Heard of it.
I guess in terms of like big acts or whatever, one time Sab let us go on before Trooper at a Sab stock. So we're like that close to Trooper, I guess.
And what was the audience reaction to that?
Very good. Yeah, it was probably the biggest crowd we've played for. It was insane, yeah, just in a big old field, right, kind of up a slight hill. Yeah, just so many people because everyone's waiting to hear Sab as well and Trooper, so it was the biggest Sab stock crowd that I've seen and been on stage for. So.
And rough estimation, how many people would that be?
5,000, million, 100. A lot of people.
Couple few, yeah.
A couple few people.
Do you folks have any shows coming up in the Toronto area anytime soon that perhaps the listener can look forward to?
I don't know. I think
we probably have a couple practices coming up if you want to stop in at our basement and maybe
it's more intimate.
Doors open.
It's pretty loud in there. Door is always open, not the back door.
But we have a website, aviationband.com. With that, you can find whenever we're playing shows. So we're gonna get some stuff going pretty quick. So stay tuned, I guess.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good point to end the interview portion of this episode of Unsigned. After the break coming up, we're going to get these guys to play some tunes for you. They're going to be playing Willow Tree and one of their older songs, While Saints Were Sleeping. That's next on 96.9 Radio Humber.
My name, the bottom of a willow tree. I let it grow up strong until it's staring back at me. I went to the doctor's just to tell him a lie. When the question started, do you like to get tipsy on Saturday nights? I swear to God, I said it. Tell it by the leg shake or the glaze in the eye. I'm looking away from the possibility of terminal or just having some fun. I'm gonna carve my name at the bottom of a willow tree. I'll let it grow up strong until it's staring back at me. I'm all for love and war as long as we find harmony. Early morning service, slacks and a tie. It was required of me. I let it hang a little looser when I was told I would die. I kinda figured anyway, said son, you got a mortal soul within a moral state of mind. I'd like to change you if I can, you just gotta know the right words on both knees with two hands. Hallelujah, gonna carve my name at the bottom of a willow tree. I'll let it grow up strong till it's staring back at me. I'm gonna grow my hair like an old hippie. Then I'll fight the man, start a war of peace. Oh yeah, I'm all for love and war, as long as we find harmony, harmony. I'm all for love and war, as long as we find who to be, who to be. While saints were sleeping, we burned it down. While saints were sleeping, we ruled the town. God, he didn't know us. In the morning, all our sins were washed away. I pray, oh please, Father, give us the evening. In return, we'll give you the day. While saints were sleeping, we walked the streets. While saints were sleeping, I know you prayed my soul to keep. Climb the highest mountains, and the bird of death is flying once again. And in isolation, I can't see faces. No hard feelings, my friends. While saints were sleeping, we broke the law. Were sleeping, hell, we broke them all. And the saints, they give us shelter. And the saints, they give us shelter, yeah. The saints, they
that's Willow Tree and While Saints Were Sleeping. What can you tell us about those two songs? Why did you choose to play those ones today?
Well, we chose to play those ones because a lot of our songs are very
Loud.
difficult. Yeah, we play very loud music, so a lot of those songs don't translate very well to straight up like two acoustics. But those ones did, right? They
Yeah.
worked, yeah.
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 Quick transitions to acoustic versions.
But we also really like them as well. I don't know.
Well, it sounded good in here. Anything that, while you've got this opportunity, that you'd like to tell any new listeners that you may get through this program, or any old listeners of yours that might be tuning in, any message you'd like to say to them, anything exciting you can tell them about stuff you've got coming up?
I would say to any listeners to keep on keeping on, because that's a thing that people say. Sometimes life is, it grinds you down, so sometimes you just gotta keep on keeping on, and that's kind of, that's what we wanted to bring to the table with Willow Tree and While Saints Were Sleeping, because the songs are very much about, just doing your own thing in whatever circumstances you're in at the time. It probably doesn't sound very convincing, but it's true. Right there, like Willow Tree. I mean, it's a song. It's about
It's a song about being, I guess you could say, being confronted with a lot of problems or a lot of questioning stuff, and basically kind of dropping
just
everything.
taking it in stride,
Yeah,
right? Just
and to not care about everything so much and to take a step back, and from there you can get a bit of growth, I guess.
Yeah. And in terms of stuff you can look forward to from us,
Stickers.
stickers. We're
Oh,
getting
yeah.
stickers.
Oh, we got T-shirts too.
Got a
Crazy.
couple T-shirts left. And yeah, we'll book some shows and let everybody know.
If someone wants a sticker or a T-shirt, where can they get one?
They gotta come to the show at this point.
That's an
Be-
exclusive
Yeah.
club at this point.
Aviationband.com. From there, you'd be able to find out where we're playing. But yeah, I guess what you have to understand with us is we're four guys that uprooted ourselves from Pembroke and decided to move to Toronto just to see to be able to pursue music more. But in doing so, we have to still very much support ourselves, and we're four guys that are working jobs. We're really in the grind, and we're trying to make everything work. So we have these moments of really enjoying music and playing music and having these great nights, but we're always going back to our jobs and stuff. So it is like a very grinding kind of process, but this is our passion, and we want to definitely continue doing this. So we're definitely going to make another record. It's just a question of when will it make sense, and
When is that catch-up gonna
yeah.
become uncaked? So, but wait and see. Wait for the catch-up. We got a little bit of heat going, and it'll all come out.
Hopefully that catch-up comes out soon. Gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us today. I'm Dane Nickel. Joining me today was Dylan Lidke, Jake Kancade, and Robert Patterson of Aviation. You're listening to 96.9 Radio Humber. That was Unsigned.